People who have theories about what happened to the missing Titan sub, what are your thoughts? Just imagine sitting at the bottom of the ocean bolted shut in a small tube waiting to die in pitch darkness. Also can't keep thinking about how the 5 people trapped in the tube are Titanic enthusiasts. Now if they die, their spirits will forever be with those who lost their lives in the actual Titanic. Arg makes me shiver. Metal fatigue gave in and they were toast when comms went out. You're only supposed to use those a handful of times and then you have to make another. The stupidest thing is that there were so many preventable hazards that they chose to actively ignore. Yes, it's a horrible death, but a very stupid one. All controls were wireless, including the command to drop the weights off the bottom so they can rise. If the controller went bad or they forgot to carry spare batteries, then they are never coming up. My theory is they were too dumb to build a real submarine that really worked and used things like actual literal toys as parts, and the thing instantly broke the second it was used because it wasn't actually designed for real-world harsh conditions. Can't say anything for a fact, but one thing you can count on is that they're definitely dead. Probably soon after they lost contact. How they died is anyone's guess, but I don't think they imploded. That's just me though. The front fell off. JQMT25 zapped Channel Clark and Jaw. Given that the oxygen is likely gone by now, I sincerely hope it imploded on Sunday when comms went down. The thought of them sitting in that sub for 4 days in the most abject of conditions is horrific. The ocean is really big and really dark. The submarine is really small and fucky and looking for something really deep that's really hard to find. The odds of things not going to hell were honestly very low to begin with. An hour and a half into their dive, the sub imploded. Pop. Done. They didn't even know what happened, it was so fast for them. It's one of the only reasons that this sub wouldn't have automatically surfaced on its own. After I read that the glass for the porthole was not rated for the depth of the Titanic wreck, I'm guessing it finally gave out after previous dives had weakened it. Also, at this point I think the occupants are unfortunately lost. I'm mostly hoping now that the wreck of the Titan doesn't disturb the wreck of the Titanic. Everyone believes they went missing and the sub is planned. The billionaire staged his death extremely well. A current pushed them into the side of the Titanic and washed them down into the propellers where they got stuck. I genuinely think they are still alive and panicking. They probably lost communication and they got disoriented, most likely. Very unlikely they will be found alive. I'm more confused than anything. With all the technology that we have now, how could this have happened? What even happened? Like what happened to the submarine? How couldn't they not find them and recuse them? I'm just at a loss. I'm so confused. Someone or a group of people must have messed up really badly. The descendants of Titanic survivors who learned to live in an air bubble for 111 years attacked them and are now either integrating them into their society or eating them. It got caught on wreckage from getting too close, and the crew tried to get unstuck, depleting the controller's battery, and they didn't bring spares. All memes aside, could it have been an orca? Are they native to those waters? How deep can they dive? I know orcas don't physically kill humans, they just damage boats, but they probably don't know how decompression works. Genuinely, could an orca have rammed it and made it implode? Editor Colossals quit. The billionaire's idiots unwind himself to have a go at the controller and attempted a loop-de-loop. I read somewhere that there were billionaires. What if they were convicted? Maybe to get away from the police, they faked their deaths and are now drinking cocktails somewhere on the islands. I'm just waiting for the aftermath for the rich individuals learning what they did, wasting the time of the US and Canada and the French to find their entitled butts. I have a feeling they're a good bill waiting. My theory is that the entire lot of them were incredibly stupid beyond understanding. Just plain dumb as hell. 22 species of orca visit the waters there. I suspect this is just the latest in orca boat attacks. X200b. Added 22 species of whales,